you to live your best life. Best life. Best life. God wants you to live your best life.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Your Best Life Ministries. I got a question for you. When was the last time y'all have been on a date? I mean, no kids, just the two of you. What is dating after I do? Dating is defined as a stage of romantic relationships in whereby two people meet socially with the aim of each assessing the other's suitability as a prospective partner in an intimate relationship or marriage. It is a form of courtship consisting of social activities done by the couple either alone or with others. Obviously, not in the context of deciding whether or not you will marry because you're married now. You're looking at it through a different lens, that being the stage you recognize, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. This is the person I enjoy spending time with more than anyone else in the world. This is the person I love and trust with my heart, my body, my everything. This is the person I want to accomplish my hopes and dreams. The person I share some of my deepest thoughts and feelings with. The person I can be myself with. Be transparent. Be vulnerable without reservation or shame. Dating is usually the time when intimacy is established because you both have decided to spend your free time with each other. Please understand, intimacy and sex are not to be used interchangeably, and we will address this on another episode. Intimacy happens at the point you cross the boundary of doing and saying things that you don't do with anyone else, like physical touch, kissing, hugging, holding hands, compliments, saying I love you, etc. It is extremely important and essential that dating, or courting, as the old school would say, should not stop after I do.
It should continue throughout the marriage.
Well, some might be thinking, Jamen and Tesha, I don't have the time nor the money to go on these spectacular dates every week. But here's the thing, what I've learned. We make time for what we want to and spend the money on what we want to spend our money on. If somebody gets sick, we get into a car accident or somebody dies, we immediately rearrange our schedules to accommodate what has occurred. But here's the thing, why not make the investment, make the decision to make the investment on the most important person, the most important thing in your life, which is your marriage and your spouse.
After I do, if we allow it, all of that stops, and in many cases, it's acceptable. Unfortunately, there are many husbands and wives who stop dating. There are many husbands and wives that don't show affection towards one another. They stop kissing, they stop hugging. Many couples stop holding hands, they stop touching. The compliments become few or non-existent. The romantic messages or letters are no longer written. Couples stop talking and laughing together. They stop the calls and texts throughout the day. All too often, they simply stop doing the things that brought them together and made them fall in love, appreciate, value, and cherish one another.
That's when growing apart occurs, going in two different directions, irreconcilable differences, and so forth happens. Work, career, church, and I don't necessarily mean going to church, but more so being so committed to the work of the church that you decide to put that before each other, which has a negative impact. The kids, friends, and everyone or everything else takes precedence before the marriage, and it subsequently results in a basic contract or covenant agreement, a bland and boring cohabitation. You're unhappy with one another. You become simply roommates, tenants in the same house, no longer a home, and you either stay together because it's the quote-unquote right thing to do, you do it for the kids, which leaves room for Satan to cause division, or the marriage ends in divorce.
You see, oftentimes after I do, we get locked in or trapped into birthday, Valentine's, holiday, special occasion routines of that's the only time we make each other feel loved and feel special.
When you're in the storm and you have to, as Tesha said a little while ago, you have to be, I think you used the word intentional,
Yes.
and deliberate. And so, hey, I made some plans. This is what we're gonna do. Come on, let's go for a ride. Come on, let's go get something to eat. Come on, let's go to Cheesecake Factory and grab some cheesecake, or go to Baskin Robbins or whatever. Just something that's intentional, something that's deliberate. That this is what we're going to do. And I say that coming from the male perspective, coming from the man as the head, because if you're in the storm, more than likely, she's not going to be too amicable to spending any quality time together, because, you're in the storm. But you can never go wrong with kindness and love and making a decision, fighting through your emotions, fighting through your feelings, because your feelings are going to say, not really
Right.
feeling each other, I don't really want to spend time, she got an attitude or whatever, I messed up or whatever the situation may be. But that's when you fight through those emotions, fight through those feelings, and make the decision that, hey, this is what we're going to do, because we're going to get through this, we're going to spend time together, and we're going to be all right. What you think, baby?
I totally agree. I think if something is deliberate and intentional, it has nothing to do with how you feel.
Right.
Oftentimes I don't feel like going to work in the morning, but deliberate,
Especially Monday.
The bills say you need to show up, so that's deliberate.
Right.
But I think oftentimes, women, we do get caught in our emotions and our feelings, and you really just have to have an open mind and open your heart. Your spouse is trying to do something kind. He's being kind, you need to be receptive of that.
And that'll vary depending on the storm.
Yeah.
Because some storms
Absolutely.
are more severe than others.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You might have a little brief thunderstorm, and then you might have a hurricane come through.
Right.
So you kind of have to gauge, but still, I'll circle back around. I really like those words that Tesha used on deliberate and intentional. And also, don't let it just be that one time. You got to be consistent.
Oh, absolutely.
And so don't let that kindness be just for that moment. Let that kindness continue. So that she'll be receptive to whatever it is, or vice versa. It may not just be the man that's being the one that's initiating something. It could be the wife who's initiating something. So either way, whoever it is that initiates it, needs to be consistent.
Yeah, and both
genuine.
parties need to have an open mind.
Right. Yeah.
She is your queen. He is your king. Make the decision that you will have some one-on-one time with each other. Again, do something.
So to do these things, you do not need to have a lot of money. It doesn't require saving just for dates. You really have to come up off of the excuses. I would say that just going to McDonald's, going to get an ice cream cone, you're talking like 79 cents for an ice cream cone.
Right.
But it's quality time spent with each other. I don't care if you're going to go get a Slurpee from 7-Eleven without the kids.
Pina colada. I like pina colada.
Hey, that works. If you want to go look at model homes, you want to go look at cars that you've been dreaming about, just to do it for fun. It's quality time spent with your significant other. The main point is, just get out the house, do something, even if it's an hour, 2 hours together.
No kids.
Yes, no kids, and not that we don't love our kids,
Right.
but we love our girls.
Right.
But it's very important to get in that quality time with
Right.
each other, and stay within your budget. Some people can afford to go do elaborate things one-on-one, and then everybody's bank account is different. So just stay
right.
within your means, but just have fun. But you have to make it deliberate. It has to be intentional.
Right.
Just get out.